Okay, okay, this is a reading for Aquarius. I will do a 9-card spread. I'll get 3 cards for how you're feeling, 3 cards for how your person's feeling, and 3 cards for the outcome. I'll clarify why they feel the way that they feel. I'll get messages from them. And I'll get you some advice from Spirit. Okay. So for the 4th week of October, your weekly love reading. Okay. Spirit guides, universe and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Aquarius's highest good. How is Aquarius feeling? Whoops. How is Aquarius feeling in this 4th week of October with regards to the one they're thinking of, dealing with, or manifesting? Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Okay. 3 cards then for Aquarius. How is Aquarius feeling? The 9 of Pentacles. That's so weird that came out in the last reading. I swear it doesn't matter if you shuffle. 9 of Pentacles is a single energy, okay? It's being abundant within yourself, okay? Financially, you are secure. You're able to be financially independent. It's a single energy, okay? 10 of Pentacles would be the wider family picture. The Hermit reversed, so that's really weird because it's a major arcana. When it's upright, the Fool realises that this part of the journey he must walk alone, okay? I think you're avoiding a bit of shadow work at the moment. You need to look for the answers. It's Virgo, it's the major arcana for Virgo. You have to walk this part of the journey alone, Aquarius, because the answers lie within you, not with anyone else, okay? It's not about being codependent on anyone else or helping other people or anything to do with people outside of you, okay? You need to do some real inner work. And at the moment, you're rejecting that, okay? Aquarians are very about the community, helping others, very humanitarian. So you might be someone who has a propensity to project outwards rather than, you know, be introspective and apply things to yourself. You know, you're coming from a very good place, but it's a bit like the way actors feel more comfortable often playing a character than they are just being themselves. Because they got nothing to hide behind, okay? Two of Pentacles reversed and the Five of Cups reversed. There's a lack of balance, a lack of equal give and take, a lack of duality. Five of Cups, when it's upright, is grief, loss, sadness, regret. Okay, cups of emotion have been spilled. And in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck, the classic tarot deck, there's a person all dressed in black with their head bowed, and they don't realise there's 2 cups still full. They are so focused on, you know, this intense sadness and loss and grief for, you know, regret for what's happened. But that's reversed. I don't know if you're taking responsibility or accountability for what's happened. Or you're just not processing what's happened. I think you're avoiding it. I guess because to actually grieve is painful, right? I'm so super boiling hot. Hang on a sec. Thank God. I had like really fluffy clothes on and I just changed into like a cotton dressing gown. It's like reborn. We've had the heating on, but it's like way too hot now. Okay, so your person has the Page of Swords reversed. Okay, so the Page of Swords upright is someone who's spying, they're watching, okay, they're cloaked. They have a sword up because they know that they shouldn't be watching, okay? They have their shoulder out to protect themselves. They're expecting that it won't go down well if they're caught watching. Now, when it's reversed, you know, it could be that this person is just not watching anymore. They're just not going to do it, okay? They don't want information, they don't want to know. Or, if they want to know, they're just not allowing themselves to look because they don't think that's going to be helpful to them. Okay, so they may well be curious, but they are not going to look and try to find anything out. Does that make sense? It's like how some people will allow themselves to stalk exes, you know, and stay friends with them on social media or make fake accounts to try to find stuff out. This isn't a person that's going to do that. They're just not going to, you know. Yeah, this person, this is what I was thinking, is if they're not watching, it's because there's nothing to be gained from doing that. You know, sometimes more information about someone that isn't with us anymore is sad. You know, it's hard to watch because you do care, because it does hurt. I don't really get, and I've never been able to get, how people can, you know, be friends with someone they've been in love with. I can't understand it. If you really loved hard, if you loved that person, you know, with all your might, how on earth are you supposed to be okay with them being with someone else? And maybe that's a shortcoming of mine, but I just can't watch. I can't do it. I don't want to know. I don't want to look. I just can't, you know, and I think, you know, people who look, they might get a hit from getting some knowledge, but then it would be like an instant low after. Because why would you want to see that? It's just hurtful. Oh great, there was someone else, this is what they look like, this is what they're doing, they look really happy. Why would you want to watch that? So if someone's not looking anymore, it's not necessarily that they don't care, they just know that there's nothing to be gained from doing that in terms of their own well-being, okay? Sometimes we believe that people don't deserve our time, you know, and it could be that. But I instinctively read it as they just don't want to watch, you know, because it's going to hurt them. And look, this is what we've got. The World is a major arcana. It's when the Fool realises that we must take life's rough with the smooth, okay? So beneath this thick defensive castle wall, outside we can see a shooting star. I love how poetic that is. I think that's absolutely stunning. This is the Kinner deck and I absolutely love it. We've got a King of Swords, someone who's sitting in truth, sitting in their power, sitting with integrity. Sitting, okay, they're not moving, they are stationary. They have the sword of truth, okay, and it's between you and them. It's a person who's very cerebral, very intelligent. Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, so they must have those placements. The Nine of Cups, okay? Satisfaction, being contented within yourself, not needing anyone else, okay? Putting yourself first. Now, the Seven of Wands came out reversed. When it's upright, it's being determined to be competitive, you know, get into the fray, compete. As if you're like, you know, running for a promotion against other people, or you're trying to get a job against other candidates. You know, if you're competing for someone's affections or someone's attention, they're not doing it. They're not doing it anymore. They're putting themselves first, okay? They are choosing to go logical now and put their own happiness first. It doesn't make any sense to keep watching and waiting. It doesn't make any sense to do that, okay? They're not going to try to contact. They are keeping their distance and they're actually not even looking, okay? And it's just what this person believes to be the best thing to do, okay? They're at peace, okay? They're placing their peace as a priority. Right, we've got the Nine of Swords. It's a lot of overthinking. It's someone who's fearful. Somewhat each sword represents, you know, thoughts, worries, fears, anxieties. There's a picture of a bed, you know, because often when we're overthinking, again, very cerebral activity, but we haven't got movement. This person cares, but they are not going to budge. That king is sat on his throne and, you know, he's not going to send a page to go and gather information. Might be bothered, but he's not going to try to find out or, you know, dare to be hurt by what he's going to see. He's just knowing that it is not a good idea to give this more time, more attention. It's just going to end up in pain, and it's not easy to not watch and it's not easy to not know, but it's easier to do that than to watch and, you know, to achieve what? Nothing good comes from that, okay? It just makes you more miserable. The Chariot, okay? So someone is on the move. See the solar system, okay, behind the Chariot. She's all dressed in armour. It's the major arcana for Cancer. There's perseverance, there's willpower, there's determination. This is a highly driven, highly motivated person, and they do not give in, they do not give up. So I think, well, I'll clarify whether this is you or them, but I would say with the rest of their actions, I don't think they're moving towards you. I think they're just battling life and they're determined to succeed and stay focused. And if something's extremely painful, they're putting a brave face on when they go out. They're armouring up, they're going out and they're getting shit done anyway. You know, and we've got to do that. We're living in a 3D reality, okay? So we can't just be all Dawson's Creek angsty, teenage angsty about shit. We haven't got that time to do that. We've got to be productive. We've got to get bills paid. We've got to be hyper productive. If we're in our 30s, 40s, 50s, we are hyper productive individuals. We are getting shit done. We're moving mountains. We can't be rolling around holding our head in our hands, you know, saying woe is me. Even if that person feels like that, they're going out with a brave face on and they're getting shit done, okay? Yeah, Hanged Man reverse. This one was coming out a lot yesterday as well. So, another major arcana, when it's upright, the Hanged Man is someone who puts themselves purposely in suspense and they choose a different way of looking at things to gain new perspectives. This person is stubborn. They are stubborn, okay? They are fixated on getting shit achieved and nothing's going to stop them. They don't want to try to understand anymore, okay? It's also you because you're refusing to do shadow work, which is not helpful. Look, the Magician reversed. It's just a sense of like hopelessness. Nothing can be done. Another major arcana, when this is upright, it's like a card trick and it's beautiful. You know, it's pulling off the biggest heist. It's knowing you've got all the tools to make your dreams a reality. When it's reversed, it's someone that, you know, look at this storm, this flash flood, like it's put the fire out. This is what we're up against, you know, and that could be you and it could be them because they are actually devastated. They've got the 9 of Swords. They do think about this when they're lying in their bed at night. They probably have it running through their head most of the time, but they're just not going to watch anymore. They're just not going to do it. They've got shit to achieve. And if you're refusing, you know, if you're in a single energy and you're refusing to do some inner work and shadow work, you know, and face the sense of regret, face a sense of loss, be open, be honest about it, work through it together, they're just not going to look anymore. They're not going to watch. And it's not easy to do that. But, you know, they've kind of accepted defeat, really. Right, I will clarify and we'll see if it changes our perspective on the cards that we've got for your person. Why the Page of Swords reverse, please? Refusing to watch. Refusing to gather information anymore. Doesn't want to know. Not because they don't care, because we've got the cards to show that they care, but it just feels like the logical thing to do. To save themselves, you know, from pain. Negativity. Like a dark cloud above you are depressed, extreme moods. Yeah, it's making them depressed to get information about you, so they're just not doing it anymore. The World card, understanding that you've got to take life's rough with the smooth. King of Swords upright, 9 of Cups upright, and the 7 of Wands reversed. Okay, so being cerebral, being stationary. Dream world, living in a fantasy land, illusions, not real love. They feel that, you know, it's not a good investment, that there isn't love there. You know, they've been looking for it and it just isn't there, you know, and they're just accepting that now. Maybe it was all in their head, maybe they, you know, overinflated it. Maybe, you know, they made it into something they wanted it to be. Maybe. Okay. Was it all an illusion of their own, you know, making? Teasing, joker, devilish. Look, this Nine of Swords was caused by someone who dangled partial truths. They kept shifting the boundaries. You know, someone that was insincere, you know, just having fun. A person who was tempting, devilish. You know, this is you. This is how they view you. Someone that was really enticing. Someone that knew, you know, that you had the tools to kind of entice them in, and you just played with their heart, and it's caused them a lot of pain. But they're putting a brave face on and they're going out and they're getting shit done. But, you know, it's not kind of... It's really not been easy for this person. It's been really tough for them. The Chariot. Why the Chariot, please? Perseverance, determination. Drowning. You are going under and barely keeping things afloat. Ask for help. There's times where this person really, really struggles to do this. They're overwhelmed. You know, Cancer is water energy, and we've got someone who's got that many emotions. It's like drowning them. So that's why they've had to stop watching. They've had to stop watching and gathering information they don't want to know anymore because it's just too painful. The Hanged Man reverse, stubborn. Stubborn, not trying to understand anymore. Complicated, being burned. Afraid to love someone again. Lots of twists and turns, knotty situation, precarious. Toxic, destructive relationship, manipulative, gaslighting. Hoity-toity, champagne taste, beer budget, arrogant, pretentious. Self-righteous, acts spiritually superior, condescending and preachy. Fragile heart, too open, in danger of heartbreak. They feel exposed. They feel like, you know, people are flighty, you can't trust people, they're going to get burned again. You know, people have got these high expectations, but it's double standards. You know, they want someone who's going to be loyal, but they're not being loyal to them. You know, a lot of manipulative behaviour, love bombing, breadcrumbing, making them doubt themselves, making them feel like, you know, they're being demanding when they're actually just wanting stability, consistency, you know, something to grab onto. Lots of twists and turns, knotty situation, precarious, being burned. This person is walking around with their eyes closed. They don't want anything to do with anyone. They're just not... There's not anyone else, Aquarius. They just don't want to deal with anyone in that way. The Magician reversed. Demanding, unrealistic expectations, high maintenance, diva. Love is an emotional escape for you. Be sure you are getting involved for the right reasons. They don't trust their judgment on relationships anymore because they've had a succession of people who are intoxicating for them. They're addicted to, you know, passion, excitement, adrenaline. But you get burnt, you know. You know, when you treat love or passion as an escape, it becomes the opposite. It starts off being amazing and exciting and new, but when the love bombers start to do the manipulation and they start to make you go crazy, you know, it's the opposite of fun. It's anything but exciting. It's lonely, it's painful. You know, you end up constantly talking about how shit you're being treated. It isn't cute. It's not a look. It's not a vibe. And it wrecks with your, like, self-esteem. So this person is like, they're just not allowing anyone to cross the boundaries. They're not allowing anyone in. There isn't anyone for this person as far as they're concerned. They are just bossing up and going into their masculine energy. They're shutting off, you know, like, they're really trying to use their intelligence here and draw boundaries. They're not moving towards anyone. You know, we've got no wands, no pages. That was that way, wasn't it? Tender bridges, building connections with empathy, gentleness and kindness. They're starting over and they're trying to just be around people who treat them well, you know, whether that be friends, family, colleagues. Missed chances, don't have regrets, cherish your moments together. They're remembering the good times, okay? They're not regretting the past, they're thinking about the good times. They don't want to think about the bad anymore. Secret desires, unspoken needs can plunge you into deep confusion. They still want this sometimes, but they're not gonna say anything about it because they just don't believe that's helpful to their healing. Between the lines, uncover the truth carefully and write your own ending. They're trying to make sense of what they thought was going to be their happily ever after and how that has turned out not to be. And they're just putting it down to experience. They're putting it down to that's the way life is. You know, that's just the way it is. And it's probably, you know, full of like good memories, and they're just going to choose to think about those, but accept that it's memories now. Beyond compare. Don't compare your love to anyone else. It's unique. They still believe that the connection that you have is rare and different. It's not like anything else they've ever experienced, and that's why it's been incredibly difficult to let go of. It's something on an astral plane, something where you're connected telepathically in the 5D. There's some kind of very important soul mission that you two were put in one another's paths, and this person truly believes that every person they come across teaches them a different lesson, so you are no less important. You know, whether this became a full-blown relationship, or it was third party, or it was dating, or it was just something that was a false start. It's something in its own right, and it's something special, and they're choosing to remember the good times, but they're letting go of the hard times because they just, it's not that they don't care, it's because they do care, you know, and it's just healthy to at some point to let go. But it remains a unique experience for them. Strong roots, pull weeds of resentment so your love can bloom, you know. That it takes energy, and it's very, very draining to hate or to regret or, you know, to have a victim mentality. They're not going to do that now. They're going to accept things for how they are and accept people for who they are. They're going to start to trust their instincts again, you know, and start to get the confidence to move, you know, in a direction soon. Frozen heart, empathy and warmth melts barriers for true connection. Moonlit unity, use understanding to have greater emotional balance. We've got a lot of cards of empathy, you know. It's someone who's very emotionally intelligent. Okay, one for the Chariot, please. And drowning. Taming anger. Don't roar in arguments. Respect can heal wounds. They have reached a point where they've stopped getting angry, and they could sit and have a conversation about this now. Boundless spirit, your only limits are the ones you put on yourself. This person's a phoenix that rises from the ashes, okay? Their dreams have been shattered many times before, so they're used to picking themselves back up and putting themselves back together. Legacy's rebirth. Honour history's remains to restore and breathe life into forgotten tales. Keeping possibilities open. Obvious flirt. Disrespectful. Exposed. I think they often consult elders. I think they often consult people who've had experiences, people who are much older than them, 10 years older, 20 years older, 30 years older. They consult people much, much older to try to understand human behaviour and why people do the things that they do. They need to intellectualise things because they feel things on such an emotional level. It's not possible to experience that pain and that degree of sensitivity without then intellectualising it and being a king of swords about it, to kind of place it and understand why did that happen, why, did they treat me like that, why, what is the lesson, will I meet someone like that again, will I get someone nice next time, did I do anything wrong? Could I have done more? They intellectualise everything to try to place it. I know I do that, 100%. It's someone with heavy air placements. They might not be Gemini, Libra or Aquarius. They could be, because we've got the King of Swords, but there's a lot of swords here, so they could be they could be someone who has, like air in their moon placement. It's some kind of heavy air placement. Hanging on. Release the past and let yourself love again. Hidden thorns. Look beyond the romance to discern true intentions. This person's a romantic. They love to be in love. They love each person that they, are connected to. They study what they look like. They study their values. They study their behaviour. They study their ethnicity. They study their emotions, what they've been through, their past, their future, their dreams. They study them. They intellectualize people, and they romanticize sometimes people and love at people, it's a true romantic, but it gets them loving the wrong types of people. This person, their lifelong lesson and their lifelong journey is to try to understand other people better, because they're just someone that wears their heart on the sleeve. They're very loving, they're very giving, and they're getting good people in their web, but they're getting terrible people as well. So they consult people much older frequently to try to understand. Okay, it's an incredibly introspective person. They look inwards and study everything, reflect, process it, Let's get some advice. Oh wait, I need to get messages. I knew I'd forgotten something. Give me one for unspoken needs. Ace of Cups. This person is in love with you. And I don't know if they ever told you that. They loved you. They thought you were the one. God, I want a fresh start with you. Ace of Wands. Wow. The strength. Frozen heart, empathy and warmth melts barriers for true connection. The strength is Leo the Lion. It's the major arcana for Leo. 8 is growth. It's also like an infinity sign. It's taming the beast, you know. This person would love you many lives over. It's a kind of unconditional love, you know. They've been hurt by you, but they have a kind of unconditional love. They miss you. They're manifesting you. We've got double confirmation there of, well, we've got triple confirmation. We've got Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, Ace of Wands again. Okay, they're remembering the passion. That plays a big part in this for them. And remember, through sex, we become very, very intertwined with one another. It's the whole point of lovemaking is that it's exchanging your souls. It's not meant to be, you know, the way we treat sex in 2024 is depressing. It's very, very depressing. It should be lovemaking, and it's when you're in a relationship and two souls love one another deeply. That is how you bond, and it's healing, and it gives you energy, and it gives you life, you know, and you are two becoming one, and it's a beautiful thing. And we often, you know, abuse people and their bodies, and we just treat them like things, and it's just horrible. This person isn't like that, okay? So although sex with you has come out, yes, you know, you have like a unique way of expressing love to one another. Maybe they've kind of felt that that's something that stands out as, you know, amongst the people they've experienced. There's something unique about it. You are right. 6 of Cups. I'm absolutely in love with you. They reminisce. They have nostalgia. They see you as a soul bond. You have so many choices and options. You know, they place you in very high regard, Aquarius. It must have taken a lot for this person to, well, they've sort of stopped hurting, but it's only because there's some kind of block as to why you can be together. Look, we've got passion again. Why have... That can't be all of those. My goodness. There's so much enthusiasm for you. The spark hasn't not gone. It's very much alight. It's a flaming wand. It's a torch. They're still carrying a major torch for you. A hopeless romantic we've got on our hands. Let's get advice. What advice have you got for Aquarius, please? Focus. Focus your energy. Your intentions hold great power. What are your intentions, Aquarius? What is it that you want? Have a think about it. Picture the life that you want, dare to dream, okay? If no one could ever find out what your absolute best fantasy is, your perfect happily ever after, you know, forget everything that's happened in your life so far. If you were starting from zero and you could have anything you wanted, what would it be? Think about it, because it's possible. Say out loud to the universe, Spirit, this is what I want. I want a house in this place. I want a family with this person. I want a dog and a friendly van and another person that just wants to like live out their lives with me. Whatever your happily ever after is, picture it, describe it, say it out loud, and the universe will make it so. But you've got to start looking inward. The answers don't lie with anyone else, they lie within you. Nobody wants that forever. They just don't. They don't. Life is to be shared. Open up, soften up, think about what you actually want and manifest it in. Allow yourself to feel intense feelings, okay? Because that's how you move forward. Don't avoid it. Do the shadow work, okay? Right, best of luck. If it resonates, if you know you're not over someone, if you know you're avoiding dealing with stuff, if you tend to bury your head in the sand or distract yourself rather than allow yourself to feel heavy emotions, if you tend to rewrite and edit, you know, things that have happened in the past because then it's easier to cope with, you know, don't do that. Think about it, allow yourself to feel the intense emotions, they do calm down. You know, be sad, be upset, reflect on things, have regrets, think about the good times, and then think about how you want to go forward. What is the end game? What is your perfect happily ever after? And start manifesting it in. You deserve to be happy. Life is to be shared. You deserve to be happy. No one deserves to live life miserably. Take care of yourself, okay? Give it a like, share, subscribe, follow, repost, and I'll see you in the next one.